Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Summiteer Live. It's October 15th, and it finally looks like fall outside. The leaves are turning. The silver lining of the wildfire smoke is that the sun is like orange and beautiful.
It smells like fall in the morning.
It smells like fall. And today we are joined by the lovely Leslie, which is very exciting. Yay, Leslie!
Thank you.
For those who don't know, Leslie is our amazing food and beverage manager. Oh, see, the computer always thinks that I'm trying to do something like real bad, security threat. It's not that kind of a show, people. All right. But Leslie's our wonderful food and beverage manager. She works in the mantle. She's done a phenomenal job with our front of house team, implemented some great training programs, and she's been a godsend for me with lifestyle and activities. So I pulled her out of bed early this morning to come in and hang out with us for the Summiteer Live.
My face is still waking up, so my eyes are normally just a little bit bigger than this. I'm trying.
I know. I'm always told that I'm a little bit too much energy in the morning. And this morning, I walked in playing Macklemore really loud because he has the My Oh My song, and the Mariners are playing today, and it's a must win. So the pressure's on. We'll have the game on if anyone wants to come down and watch, cheer on our Mariners with us. But we're excited. I have to wear my favorite hoodie from when I worked there, hoping it brings us some, knock on all the wood, positive luck. I'm going to put my shoe on my head, and it'll be fun.
I've seen the backwards hats and the inside out hats, but I've never seen a shoe on the on the head. I didn't know that was good luck.
Yep, the shoe on the head was the first series, I think it was. Does anyone know? Was it the first series? This guy in the crowd, we needed a change of luck. And so this guy, Mariners fans were very superstitious in the city. I, for one, once we win a Seahawks game, I wear that jersey every week and I don't wash it until the season's over. So I'm right there with y'all. But we needed a change of energy. And so this kid in the crowd, he's like 20, he's not 5, but he took his shoe off and he put it on his head. And then all of a sudden we started hitting runners in and getting points. Is that what it's called?
Yep, you can call that points. I believe it's runs or scoring.
Runs, thank you, Neil. Thank you. I worked in food and beverage at the stadium, not for the actual Mariners, so that's that. And so now every time the Mariners need some mojo, everyone in the crowd puts their shoes on their head. Like this.
I think I know what she's going to be for Halloween now.
It's going to be really fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Mariners game today, very excited. Come on down and watch with us. It's going to be a hootenanny. Great. Leslie's regretting doing this with me already.
I thought I normally had energy in the morning. I don't have this energy in the morning, so I'm trying to keep up.
She never got to see when it was me and Jason. That was always a lot of energy. I'm trying to channel all of it in one person.
By the end, I'll be... No, I won't.
Let's start with an event review. So this last week, we had our October Grapes and Grub event. Catherine and Nick, and was there one more server on this one?
And Nikki.
Nick, Nikki, and Catherine worked this event, and they did some phenomenal spooky decor in the mantle. There's a whole album up on Flickr if you want to see more pictures, but I guess Nick has quite a collection of Halloween decor. Who knew? I didn't. But he brought it in and they decorated. And so they spookified the mantle. We had some fun themed food. There was squid ink pasta. The culinary team did this really cool skull mold on the charcuterie board. So lots of spooky fun touches. Chocolate covered spooky strawberries, lots of fun stuff.
And then all the food was paired with Mark Ryan wines, which Mark Ryan bottles, the labels tend to have kind of a spooky theme to them. So that's kind of where Catherine got the idea to do the October Grapes and Grub, was between Mark Ryan and then give it a little spooky flair.
Yeah, but it was a fun one. The pictures looked like it was a great time. So want to make sure we gave a shout out to those team members because they did a great job decorating. Coming up for One Day University, I think there's actually 4 this week, but the more words I put on the screen, the smaller it gets and I can't see it. So we're just going to talk about 3 of them. On the 17th, it happened on a Saturday. This is a college football themed One Day University. So talking about some big games that have happened in college ball. So that'll be a fun one. On the 19th, we have the history of presidential libraries. And on the 20th, the 70s, defining the decade. That'll be groovy. Nah. All right, and we're going a groovy hootenanny. It's gonna be just. I haven't heard that word in a long time. Oh, just you hang out with me a little bit more, and you'll hear some other fun words. So we have a lovely guest this morning. We're going to talk about the Trilogy Serves donation drive that is going on.
Thank you. Good morning. We have recently learned of a very urgent need around homelessness in our area, Sumner, Bonnie Lake, and out at White River, and especially teenagers. And so we're doing a short drive to get clothing for those homeless teens. And specifically, we're looking for adult size, small, medium, large, and extra large, new, I emphasize new, drawstring sweatpants and hoodies that will be useful for that population. So I've got a box out here in the living room of the lodge where you can bring new items of that nature and put in the box. We have a few addresses where we have boxes on our porches, but we figured out maybe it's easier for people to find the lodge than to find our houses. But if you go to MTL in the news section, the flyer is there, and it does list the addresses where there are boxes if one of those is a block away from your house. But feel free to bring items over here to the lodge and put them in the box. New. And we've already started this, and so the ending date is this coming Wednesday, October 19th. So, and then we will distribute them to the family support centers in the 2 school districts because they're the people who work with teenagers. And we're trying to help this population because anything that helps the homeless helps the children, the teens, the families, all the way around. We want these teens to be in school, but they're not going to go to school if they don't have something that is sort of presentable to wear.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the box on the line?
Oh, right here around the corner. How do we describe it?
Right in the grand living room where the retail rack is, just right out here. It's kitty corner from the retail rack, kind of to the left of that big screen that shows the daily activities. So it's just right out in the grand living room.
It's out there now.
Yep.
Yes.
It is there.
If you find the newspapers, you'll find the box.
And it's sparkly.
Yes.
It has sparkly paper, so you can't miss it.
I had silver sparkly, I had green sparkly, and I had red sparkly. Obviously, it's by Christmas rolls.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, the silver is less Christmassy because this is not about Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
It's just about helping teens.
Mm-hmm. So if you're coming to Happier Hour on Wednesday, bring some new sweats with you.
That is a good idea.
Because everyone comes to Happier Hour. So don't pick up the box till after. Pick it up maybe on Thursday.
I won't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you. Dave, did you have a question or a thought or a comment?
I had a couple of quick announcements here.
Oh.
The Bonnie Lake Kiwanis Club just completed its peanut butter drive, and that was sponsored in part by the Trilogy Serves, and they helped us get the word out, and it was quite successful. We turned over lots of peanut butter and protein bars to the various food banks in town, both in Buckley and in Bonnie Lake, and also in Sumner. The next announcement is on the 31st, Halloween. The Key Club, which the Kiwanis Club sponsors here at Bonnie Lake High School, Key Club is doing something. Instead of going around knocking on doors saying, trick or treat, give me candy or else, what they say is scare hunger. So we've done this. This will be the 3rd year in a row here in Trilogy. we might not get to the whole neighborhood. There's only enough kids to go around. They're going to other neighborhoods as well. But when they knock on the door, they'll be saying scare hunger. And the idea is for you to donate canned food of any type, and we'll deliver it down to the food bank. This time to Bonnie Lake Food Bank, although not the other food banks. But it's a very successful drive, and it's a great commentary on today's youth, that they're not just, hey, give me candy or else. They're doing something for the folks that need it.
But if you give them a Kit Kat too, I bet they won't give it back. Yes, thank you. And we're also doing a trick-or-treat station at the lodge on Halloween. So you can sign up to have a station, because I know sometimes kids don't go out into the very back neck of our woods. So if you want to have trick-or-treating, we'll be hosting kids from the neighborhood here. More information's on MTL. We'll talk about that a little bit more next week, but maybe we'll have a collection box for that if you guys want to stop by. Let's talk about that. Cool. Thank you. Hawks Watch Party. We have 1:05 kickoff tomorrow, but maybe 2:30 kickoff. We're going to say it's going to be 2:30 kickoff, and the reason is because if the Mariners win today, the Mariners will play tomorrow, and those stadiums are right next door to each other. So the Seahawks, in good sportsmanship, Seattle camaraderie, have volunteered to change their game start time so that it helps with the traffic flow, it helps with the just congestion, but also so fans can kind of go watch part of the game and then maybe come to the Hawks game. But if the game does change, we'll be updating the MTL watch party, but we won't know until later this afternoon. But we're just going to assume it's going to be at 2:30 tomorrow. That's what we're going to do. HOA Open House. Sorry, guys. I put all of my slides together. Have to pull this one up on my handy dandy phone here. So the HOA is having an open house here on Monday, 4:30 to 6 o'clock. It's the Whitman Community Association, which is your homeowners association here in Trilogy. They're going to have opportunities for you to learn about joining their committees. So they will have representatives from the Welcome Committee, Landscape Committee, Finance Committee. I was trying to remember all the committees. All I know is we have 8 stations, which means there's eight people here. And then they are going to be, let's see here. Oh yeah, so basically try to recruit new committee members. So if that's of interest to you, they will be in Hawks Nest on Monday from 4:30 to 6. I've heard there might be some Halloween candy and some snacks, so that'll be yummy. But feel free to come on down and see what the HOA is all about and see if you want to get involved. It's a good opportunity to be able to advocate for you and your fellow neighbors. Leslie's turn.
My turn. So next week we are kicking off Craft Beer Week. We do a lot with wine, but we're going to focus on beer for 1 week for all those beer drinkers. Paula is going to kick off the week on the 19th, and she is taking a group of members on a walking tour of different breweries around Tacoma. One brewery that I know for sure that she's going to go to is E9. Funny little story. I used to live actually twice in my life. I lived less than a block away. In my early 20s on Tuesday nights, it was $2 pints. I walked there. I might have stumbled home. But great local brewery, amazing beers. What other breweries are you going to, Miss Paula?
You know, to be quite honest, I don't remember off the top of my head because we're actually working with Pretty Gritty Tours, who is a local Tacoma tour group. They're the ones last October, I took members on an SSL sightseer trip to Tacoma. And the Pretty Gritty are the ones who led that walking tour. So they have 4 or 5 breweries that they'll be taking us around to. The ticket includes tastings at each one. The gentleman who leads it, Chris, he's a hoot. He's just so full of energy and he is so knowledgeable. He knows more about Tacoma than probably historians, I don't know. But so it's a great chance to come and learn a little bit about the history of Tacoma as well, but also get some beer samples. So Registration is technically closed for this one, but we do have tickets available. So if you're interested in coming, please email me or call the concierge desk and they'll be able to get you signed up. We'll be leaving the lodge at 2 o'clock to go meet Chris at our starting point, which is E9.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Perfect. And then, so that's going to be on Tuesday. That kicks off the week. On Wednesday, we are going to be hosting a hour-long blind beer tasting. So we'll be out on, or I should say Catherine will be out on Hawks Nest patio, and she's going to have an assortment of different beers. We will not actually blindfold you, but what she's going to do is have you guess different styles of beers. So can you identify if it is an IPA versus a pale versus a red versus an amber? You don't have to be able to identify. You are welcome to just taste. So that will be, like I said, on the Hawks Nest patio from 4 until 5 o'clock on Wednesday. So on your way in to happy hour, then you can just stop there and get a little pre-funk going on.
And that's a complimentary one. So feel free to come on down and have a little tasty poo. Yep, see, I told you more fun words.
She
Tasty
is,
poo.
you should sit next to her in the office. I throw things at her. No, really, I do.
Straws will just come shooting across the office and I get a little obnoxious.
Next time. Today might be something a little heavier. We'll see. We also have our beer dinner happening on Friday. That is starts at 6 o'clock. That is actually already sold out, I believe. But Dino and Catherine put together a beautiful menu to do kind of tasting pairings with beers and foods. On Saturday, we have a cooking demo class. So Dino is going to, I believe he's actually going to have Jordy, who was here last week, is going to sit in on it. And Jordy's going to start learning how to do cooking demos. But they're going to be doing a beer cheese broccoli soup. Don't quote me on that.
It's going to be yummy.
They're making something with beer. You know, that's where I am. And then the entire week, we will be running a pork belly food special in the mantle. That's going to have a beer au jus with it. That'll go beautifully with any and all beers that you might choose to drink that week. I think I hit them all on the nail.
Good job. Yeah, 10 out of 10, Leslie.
Coffee time.
You can come back.
Yes.
We're just going to continue with the booze road because booze Halloween. Barney, that was a joke. Barney likes jokes.
How did Jason do this every Saturday?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Wine University, this is open to all members, not just barrel masters. We're within 2 weeks of registration. So registration is open to all. We have some spooky wines that Catherine has paired with Halloween candy. So fun, just super fun. Definitely not an intimidating wine experience at all. So if you just want to come down and have some fun with your neighbors and your friends, this will be a fun wine university for us to wrap out our spooky month of programming.
I love that Catherine thought of doing this. She comes up with some really innovative ideas that I would never come up with. I would never think of doing a fun wine and candy tasting. I will eat. You know what I mean? Like I will participate, but at the same time, like the fact that she's pairing up to me wine and candy, I just think it's going to be a hoot thing.
And it's not all chocolate.
Right. It's not all chocolate.
There's like Twizzlers, I think.
Twizzlers. There's a little bit of kind of, there's Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah.
Like I'm curious to see what wine is going to, what color, what flavor, what varietal is going to go with Sour Patch Kids. Because to me, Sour Patch Kids is like a Coca-Cola.
Oh, that makes my heart.
I know. Like I can't imagine what the tannins are going to do and just... Yeah. The other great thing that Catherine does on her wine universities is, so she teaches a little, she pours, then you taste, you eat, and she gives you time to chit chat with your friends at the table that you're at, or with the new Trilogy members that you may have not met before. And then she does a little bit more teaching, then you guys do a little more tasting, drinking, chit chatting. So it's really a time where you can come and get to know other people from the community that you might not have met yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you. Holiday Marketplace. So this is our member craft fair that we do every year. It is November 19th. We have, we're at capacity for our vendors right now. So we have some amazing vendors coming. Jack will be here with his amazing woodwork. We have some beaded goods, quilted goods. There's some hand-painted cards and gift tags, a good way to kick off the holiday season. November 19th, just like last year, we are doing a Trilogy-only VIP shopping hour from 10 to 11. That is $5. It comes with a holiday mocktail. So I'll be, Leslie and I are collaborating on a fun mocktail with some cranberry and green garnish for us. So you can have a little refreshment while you shop. And then from 11 to 2, the market will be open to everyone. So it gets advertised to Tahale, as well as Trilogy. So if you're wanting kind of a quieter shopping time, I highly suggest that VIP hour. Otherwise, you're welcome to come down and shop. Admittance is free after 11, and again, we'll be here until 2. So please be sure to come out and support your local artisans and your neighbors and your friends. So that'll be a fun one. Yes?
So that 10 to 11 doesn't have to cost $5, only if you want to.
It's $5 for that hour for admittance. Yep. So it's a ticketed time. So you do have to pay the $5 if you want to come to the exclusive hour. Thanksgiving at the Mantle. It is that time. I don't know how it is that time already. I feel like it is still St. Patrick's Day.
It's still summer with the weather.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody told Mother Nature
Told the turkeys?
what month we were in yet. I just don't understand.
Pumpkins? Yeah.
So Thanksgiving at the Mantle, we will be doing a Thanksgiving dinner buffet, midday buffet, I should say. So we'll be doing 2 seatings, so 1 o'clock and then also 3 o'clock. Please bring your friends, your family, or just yourselves. We're gonna have all of the goodness that you can think of. So roasted turkey, we will also have ham. Both of those will be a carving station. So one of the chefs will be standing there greeting you, giving you a warm smile, and giving you as much as you would like on your plate. Big portions, little portions. We will have our traditional stuffing.
Sage apple muffin.
I hear rumors that we're gonna have traditional, which is my favorite, green bean casserole. Tried to make it fancy one year. Oh, I will never do that again. I think I threw it all out.
Yeah, it's one of those things you just gotta go with the classic.
You gotta go with the canned.
Yeah.
French style beans and the Campbell's canned cream of mushroom soup with those French's onions on top. We need to reinvent the wheel. What else are we having on that one? We're gonna do a
Pumpkin pie.
Oh, I like how she goes straight to the dessert. I can do that. So we're gonna do pumpkin pie. We'll have a pecan pie,
Pecan bourbon.
and then I don't remember.
Oh,
There's
Lordy.
a third. It'll be a surprise.
The apple?
No, not mincemeat. Few and far between. We'll eat that one. Not me. I will be eating all the pumpkin pie. So
The
just,
details are on MTL.
yeah, they are.
They are.
What? Huh, good job. Please go ahead and make your reservation sooner than later. That way we can just plan accordingly. It's going to be $39.95 for adults, and children between 6 and 12 is going to be, reading my cheat sheet, $16.95. Come wear your baggy pants. Do not wear things that button or zip. You guys, come on, sweatpants. They make nice sweatpants these days. So be comfy so you can eat a ton.
This will be fun. We launched this yesterday, so be sure, if you're wanting to come, be sure to get your reservations now, sooner rather than later, because this one fills up quickly. A couple other things I wanted to plug before we wrap up is our own Rosalie Hilburn is going to be in a local production in Tacoma of the Murder on the Orient Express. So the Trilogy Theater Lovers Club will be going to that. You don't have to be a part of that club. You can just go if you want. There is a post on MTL that has a link to purchase tickets if you'd like to go. And then we will be hosting a celebration dinner at the lodge afterwards. So you don't have to go to the show. You can just come to the dinner if you want to. Registration is required for the dinner. So please make sure you register on MTL if you'd like to come. But Dino and the culinary team put together a themed menu featuring 7 different countries that the Orient Express stops through in the show. So you don't know me by now. I love a theme, and this is a great theme. So we'll have some signature cocktails available that are also playing off of the theme. But be sure to register. That is October 30th. So coming up here. And if it does fill up, please get on the wait list because we have potential to move it into larger spaces, but I don't know to do that if you don't tell me you want to come. So if you see it sold out, but you're interested, please get on the wait list because we can move it into a different room if needed. So that's that one. That'll be fun. Any questions? Yes.
When will the fitness classes for November be on NTL?
Hopefully today. I've heard back from all of our fitness trainers on their availability for November. So it's just a matter of me sitting and not getting interrupted and getting them posted. I was going to say gracias. That's not the right language.
Yeah, I would just say.
Merci. Sorry, it took my high school French a minute to come back. That was embarrassing.
I wouldn't have gotten there.
Je ne parle français. Je parle un peu de français. That's it. Anyway, no. I know that one. So hopefully fitness today, like I said, it's just a matter of being able to sit down and get all of that up. So if not today, Tuesday, for sure. Any other questions? No? Okay, I'm going to minimize this, see if anyone at home has any questions. Anyone at home have any questions? You can type in the chat box. If not, thank you everyone for coming. Thank you, Leslie, for joining us this morning and putting up with my hyperactivity. I hope everyone has a good week and we will see y'all when we see you. Thanks.